Welcome everyone, it's Ryan here of Ryan Out of Photography, welcoming you to another episode of Small Business Shoutouts, where we feature local entrepreneurs in the Philadelphia area, talk about business, everything in between. And today we have an awesome guest, Carmen of CTO Artists. How are you?
Very good, hanging in there.
Yeah, so Carmen is the owner of CTO Artists, entertainment live band and DJ company in the Philadelphia area. So let me read off a little bit about CTO Artists and what they're about. So CTO Music Artists is one of the most renowned and respected booking agencies and management companies with locations in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, Jersey Shore, and the Naples area of the Gulf Coast of Florida. Founder Carmen Tomasetti based his business on fundamental principles. Have a quality product, CTO bands and DJs are the best with accolades and reviews to prove it. Knows everything about the industry with years of experience. CTO music artists understand what is available in the area to make every event and wedding reception special. And they can answer any question you have by knowing as much as possible about the industry, the areas, their customer needs. CTO music artists are able to deliver sensational entertainment every time. Carmen Tomasetti has great respect and understanding for musicians and entertainers, which has allowed him and CTO music artists to have a long, successful relationship with the very highest quality entertainers, DJs, and bands. For decades, the mutual respect CTO music artists have both for its entertainers and customers has allowed them to represent the very best regional and national bands and musicians. Ah, that was a good intro. So
a mouthful.
Yeah, awesome. And I personally, I've been to one of their live band showcases, before this lockdown thing happened, and I could tell you off the bat, they're amazing. It's such an amazing time listening to their bands. And so, Carmen, could you tell us a little bit about how things are doing? How anything that you've done differently to cope with the current health crisis?
Yeah, so the first thing is, which is a silver lining as far as I'm concerned. we operate mostly in the social arena and a little bit in the corporate arena. And in the social arena, people are just rescheduling their dates. Now, the effect of rescheduling a date, if you look at it from one perspective, it can be like, wow, I'm going to lose that new potential booking because I'm rescheduling on a date that I can no longer book now because this person's not going to take it up. But the other way to look at it is you get to survive. And it's the way I look at it. So I love the fact that people are rescheduling, not canceling. This is like hitting the lottery because we get to fight another day. The hell with this year. This year might not exist. We got some tough times to go through. But as long as people are not canceling, I'm as happy as could be about this unfortunate situation that we're in. Some of the things that we're doing, well, obviously we had to, close the showcases. That there's no social gathering. But what we're doing is we've created a page on our website, cto.com, where we've taken scores and scores of videos of showcases, live showcases, and we're going to post them. It's a video of a live showcase. The only difference is if you were in the audience, you would be there, and it's uncut, unfiltered. Boom, there you go.
That's cool.
I also have an amazing idea for once the world opens back up. We still may have some social distancing going on, my new idea, which I will reveal in maybe in about a week on our website. We have a new concept for a showcase that is not Zoom. It's much better, and it will be live, and people will be able to come see us live with plenty of social distancing available to them. TBD, I will release my idea in about a week.
Perfect, perfect. So that's awesome. So you guys got to stay tuned for this new thing that that Carmen has in the works. So before we start again, guys, I would like you to please smash the like button, hit subscribe, share the video, leave a comment, and I appreciate you guys' support in growing this channel. So for backtracking again, right? So could you tell us? So you've been a musician your whole life, correct?
That's correct.
So could you tell us a little bit of insight about how you got started with a company? What was your inspiration and how did it all come about?
Well, number one, I've always had an allergy to poverty. So when you're in the music business, you have to be very wise about how you conduct your affairs because it's easy to become a starving musician. When I was coming up the ranks and all the bands and everybody wanted to play in the nightclubs, and of course I wanted to be a part of that, but my main focus was always on the social event. And why on the social events? Because that's where the money was. So I took, back then, I thought my last name was Tomasetti. I thought that was a little too ethnic, so I came up with CTO for, actually it started as the Carmen Thomas Orchestras, and that didn't sound right either. So quickly, I just turned it to CTO. And then over the years, that morphed into the Creative Technology Organization, and also the Creative Talent, and then the Creative Technology Organization. So basically, I started the company when I got out of college because I didn't know what I was going to do. I needed a job, and let me start a band and create a company. At the time, there was a company that was just starting to fade away called the Entertainment Group, and they were the big guys in Philadelphia. And right after they sort of disbanded, I came onto the scene. And then it was me and Cutting Edge at the time. There were two companies, and then I bought Cutting Edge, and we were the first to showcase. And everybody hated me initially because whoa, why do we got to showcase? And no one wanted to do it. So for about 3 years, maybe 4 years, I was the only one that showcased. So I had a monopoly on showcases. So if you wanted to go hear a band, you could come here CTO live, and we were the only ones to showcase because we were the only ones willing to do it. Well, now everybody showcases live, and I really like the memory of those days when it was just one option. It's a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. But you were the trendsetter, right?
Yes. We also, if you go through a wedding magazine in Philadelphia, you'll notice a lot of 3-letter names too. I don't need to go and mention them, but they're easy to figure out. And CTO was the initial one. It was just easier. I told you why I did it. And then we decided to theme ourselves because everybody was, at the time, there was a vacuum down here because after the Entertainment Group closed, we were just coming up the ranks. And everybody was going to New York and saying, oh, if you go to New York, you're going to find a better band. You get a New York band, you pay twice as much. So I said, well, CTO Manhattan was born. CTO Park Avenue was CTO Fifth Avenue. And I actually moved up there to New York for about 8 years, and we had an office up there. And we did worked in every major hotel from the Waldorf to the Essex House, everywhere. And then the greatest reward for me, we were in the Franklin Institute, and one of the event planners came up to me and said, oh, you guys are from New York, aren't you? I just got a big smile on my face, and I said, yeah, we're from New York.
The New Yorker in you, I guess, showed, right?
Well, it's all about
Artist.
marketing.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed the company names. They're all New York, famous New York streets, Fifth Avenue, um, and Manhattan. So a lot of New York resemblance. That's for sure.
Yeah, I got a lot of influence up there, living up there for 8 years. I still have a 917 number, but I used to go into the village and hear all the great bands. There's this one place called Cafe Wa. I used to go there religiously, and I got to know all the musicians, and then started bringing the musicians down from New York. And consequently, they influenced me as well. So I really feel that a lot of my soul still resides in New York, as well as Philly. So I've taken a lot from New York.
It's awesome that they're so close. Like it's only like an hour and a half or 2 hour drive, like to get to New York to Philly. So we're kind of like,
Yeah,
it's a
I
good.
used to tell people I used to tell people I lived in both places. I just have a long hallway called the Garden State Park.
Oh,
Pennsylvania Turnpike.
all right. And so moving on to my next question. So when you guys meet with clients, right, or they inquire with you, so there's like this whole chain of process steps until until at the very end, you guys are performing at or your band is performing at the wedding day or whatever event, corporate event. What part of that whole process is your favorite?
When they signed the contract.
And they say, very easy answer, right?
Yeah, I really I enjoy the showcases. I just have some amazing talent associated with me, not under me, next to me. I have some great talent that I've associated with, and it's just always amazing when they get a chance to show their amazing skills and to see the reaction of the audience. I do enjoy that part. The music part is really, at the end of the day, Ryan, I am an artist, and through this whole pandemic thing, it's left me quarantined like everybody else, and I say social distanced like everybody else, and it's really given me an opportunity to focus back on my music part of my soul. And it makes me remember that at core, I am an artist. So what I really enjoy most about the business is the artistic side of it, is watching the bands develop, hearing their progress, listening to them at showcases, seeing the happy clients, attending the events. I often attend the events and I have either my iPhone or a camera in the background, snapping a few pictures or videos just to say that I've been there. And it's just rewarding watching the whole thing come together and knowing that I make a difference. I was joking about the contract part. Now, that's obviously very important. You got to get the contracts.
Of course.
And I also joke that I did this because I have an allergy to poverty. And at the end of the day, I enjoy a business because you get to make money. But that's not what motivates me. What motivates me is doing everything as best as I can, watching it all come to fruition. And I believe that if you do everything the right way, the money at the end comes. So although I said, those jokes and everything, my real motivation is just doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I could agree. Everyone can agree that music is such a inspiring part of life. Like, music inspires a lot of things, and that's your passion, of course. Sort of in my case, that's why we're entrepreneurs. We need to put food on the table, pay our bills as well. We're not just that's why it's a business. We're doing it to make a living. So, but it overall, I'm really, I'm a big music fan myself, so music is a big part of my life. So when during events, when I see the bands, like perform, on that, like, give their all, give their best. It's such an awesome sight to, like, see. I'm sure that's what, like, brings a smile to your face when everything's kicking in high gear, and the, the clients are like enjoying every minute, every second.
What I love about the business is, if you think about it, well, first off, because as you know, CTO also stands for the Creative Technology Organization. And I have this application called Oz for all and everyone in the event industry. As a result of that, for the past 15 years, I've been paperless. So one of the other things I like about the business is, if you think about it, we don't have much of a carbon footprint at all. Basically, I help facilitate talent, bring it together, and sell the service to people, and create goodwill, create happiness. I mean, there's no real downside to what I do. And again, we're paperless, so we're not even wasting trash at the end of the week. So all in all, I feel very good when I put my head on the pillow at night.
So that's just such a good segue, where you have your own, like, software company for, I guess, in the industry, for entrepreneurs, how to manage their business. That is another, another aspect of what you do, which is the Oz application. So that's such a, because everything's going digital now, like contracts, agreements. That's just where technology is moving. Technology is not moving backwards. So, like, is such. Can you tell us a little bit more, like, just a little bit about the Oz
Sure.
software?
Oz application, which is oz.app, oz.app, if you want to see it online. It's a solution for anybody in the event industry. Let's talk about what someone in the event industry would have in common. Let's say a florist compared to a valet parker. Well, what they have in common is they're both selling a good or a service at a specific date and on a specific time. So Oz basically helps every process in the event business. So if you're managing sales, it will manage your sales. If you're managing your events and scheduling staffing, it'll do that for you. If you're creating contracts, it'll do that. If you're storing contracts digitally, it will be an online storage database for you. If you're producing contracts, if you're managing your email, it does accounting. Literally every single thing from the moment someone calls you, hello, till you call them and say, hey, how did I do? Oz manages that entire process. And once you have all your data into Oz, which is a completely cloud-based system, the reporting functions are outrageous. So you can, look back on the past 2 years and see the trends and see things that you would never been able to have done on your own. And Oz does this all seamlessly. It's a very intuitive application, and it's designed specifically for people in the event industry.
That's such an amazing, software application, where it definitely would help anybody to streamline, like, what they do, because people have, like, scattered, like, they have Excel sheets, Google Docs, whatever, and things are all over the place, especially now that we have a lot of time. So this would be a good time to get it set up and up and running.
And as a result, right now at Oz, we are offering 5 months free, no obligation, no credit card, nothing, just 5 months free. It's our theory that if we help you out and you try it out, after those 5 months are up, you'll want to sign up.
Absolutely.
So for all your viewers, it's 5 months free. There's no obligation. You don't have to give us your credit card. No.
So we'll have the link for Oz, the Oz application, for you guys. Also, so back to the music and band and CTO. So I want to ask you, if there was anything, like, looking back in your, I guess, beginning stages, or in the business, or maybe somewhere midway. Was there anything that you could have like done different, or lessons learned, kind of like for aspiring entrepreneurs that want to be in a creative kind of, you know, space, like having their own band or entertainment kind of in that
Well,
genre?
my Achilles heel has always been I'm a do-it-yourself kind of guy, and I could have partnered up or had some kind of partnerships in the past and learned a lot quicker rather than having to learn everything on my own. And my lack of flexibility there would have been something that I would have probably changed, you know, if I could do it over again. Because I mean, at the end, I end up at the same place, but it takes you a lot longer when you just want to do everything yourself. And you know, I would have got involved maybe a lot sooner in the industry, and that's about it.
That's a good point. I could relate personally because I like to do stuff on my own as well, but there's just some things you just got to leave to the experts, because as a photographer, I just want to be out there photographing clients, you know, doing photo shoots. And when I'm stuck behind trying to do all these things to my website, I'm not a web developer. So I
Oh
finally let
yeah,
go of that and okay, have a web guy just do it, and I'll just dictate what I want, you know, for it to look. So I'm not on the back end of like WordPress coding because I'm a photographer. I'm not. That's not really what. So I gotta relate to what you just said.
I bought a Canon, I think D50 or D5. I don't remember what it
Mm.
was. And I bought all the big lenses, the big white lens about this big, 75 200. I guess I don't
Uh-huh.
remember. Uh, and I what I would do is just go click 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 click, click, and eventually out of 100 snaps I'd get a good picture because I didn't have the patience to really learn about the settings and everything. So I tried to do it myself. Eventually, I went to and sold everything uh, at New York Video. You know, that place up on
It's good as a
on
hobby, but you know, it's still a craft on its own. That like if I was gonna try to learn like the guitar, I gotta spend like enormous amounts of time just to be, you know,
Yeah,
good.
well, I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for great photographers such as yourself, because I tell you this all the time. I see you. You know, when I look at your captured moments, they're really special. You really have an eye. I mean, anybody could just take a picture of anything, but you seem to know when to do it, and you then take that camera and you tell a story with it. And I get it. As an artist, I get Ryan at it.
Uh, that's thank you. I appreciate that. That's really cool. So moving on. So I next question for you would be if you have a couple that's looking to pick a band or make a decision for their event, wedding day entertainment. So what would be like just like a quick tip that you could give? It could be just one, or
Just
I
for
don't know, the
anybody
top
looking.
three. Yeah, for
Well, I think the first thing that you want to look for is a recommendation from somebody. You know, if you know that someone that's seen the band, and obviously you want to talk to the company, talk to the band leader, because you're going to be forming a personal relationship and planning your event. So I think one of the most important things is the relationship that you can have with your band leader, and really talking to that band leader. Look, there are a lot of great bands out there. There's a lot of talent in all the companies. I think what the two things that matter are, the company that you're dealing with and the band leader, because those two things are going to define your overall experience.
agree. Yeah, because it's, you know, they gotta have a good reputation, and you need somebody that knows what to do it with that expertise and years of experience under their belt, right?
Mm.
All right, that was
Agreed, yeah.
mhm. That was awesome. And one more question. So what is your favorite drink? This is my, it's not a trick question, but that's
Negroni.
the one.
Okay, so it's gin,
Uh-huh.
sweet vermouth, and Campari in equal amounts
Is it a
over
variation of
ice
old
cubes.
fashioned? No.
I don't think so.
Oh.
And the last thing is you need a little orange peel to garnish it. And you have yourself a legit Negroni. Negroni is a drink that they drink for an aperitivo. And in Italy, before you eat your big meal, you might go out for an aperitivo and have a Negroni. It's supposed to get your gastro juices flowing, get ready for the meal.
All right. Are we gonna hear a sample song from you, or
So I didn't. Let's see. So as you might know, I wrote this song for the industry. Tim Sudal said to me, "Hey Carmen, you write songs. Why don't you write something that everybody might like?" So I'll give you one verse of it, so I don't bore you too much. But
let's hear it.
the song is called. Can you see my? I don't know what you can see here. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put this down here. So, see this? Look at this teeny little guitar here. So yeah, miniature guitar. At any rate, the song is about getting by. Like, we'll get by, and we're going to get by together. So it goes like this: there's a time when we can thrive. Then there's a time to just survive. But there's a time to hold on. It's always darkest before dawn. So cry your tears and dry your eyes. And now's the time to realize if I'm there for you and you are there for me, you and me together we'll get by. Oh, we'll get by. We'll get by. You and me together we'll get by. Oh, we'll get by. Oh, we'll get by. You and me together we'll get by.
All right. Awesome. That was really cool.
Thank you.
Applause for you. Yeah, that was really good. I mean, nothing can inspire us to be, at a time like this. It definitely makes us think about a lot of things, and being productive, and I guess creating that song was a product.
Yeah. I wrote 10 songs in 10 days. After that song, I had an emotional vomit, if you will, of every song and every emotion, and 10 songs came out of me. And I posted them all to my new YouTube channel.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, you got to send me that channel so I could, give you a follow. All right. Well, could you tell us, we're approaching at the end of this, if you could tell our viewers anything new and upcoming. So, well, you did touch on briefly that you had something in the works, but yeah, well, if you could, I guess, repeat that again for the viewers, or
Sure. So I have a brilliant idea which will allow people to come see my bands live and have plenty of social distancing, and it's going to be event style. It's just going to be great. It's going to be a thing you bring the whole family, and you'll be safe, and there'll be plenty of be able to social distance, and I can't wait to announce it. I just got a couple more T's to cross and I's to dot, and we'll be announcing dates and times.
Perfect. And then people can find that out through your website or?
CTO.com or social media or CTO.com.
All right. We'll share with you their website. So this is their website, CTO.com. You could check it out. And Carmen, if you could let us know the audience, your social media handles, how they could find you in Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
And also at the bottom of our site, is all our social media handles.
All right. I guess, yeah, we could just take a look here on the bottom of the site. So they have Facebook, Instagram on here at CTO Artists, right? They could find that,
Yep.
all that stuff on the website. Perfect. So this has been an awesome interview. I appreciate you coming on today. You know, we have it's been a great chat with all things CTO and a little bit of Oz application.
Fantastic. Great to see you.
Yeah, so guys, again, where to find them is CTO.com. Thank you again, Carmen, for joining me on this interview, Small Business Shoutouts, where I feature local entrepreneurs about their passion, and we talk about a little bit more about, you know, featuring them in their business. So this is Ryan again of Ryan Edit Photography. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay healthy and stay safe. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video. Thank you so much. Be well, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.